everyone, this is Kat Kahn from Bay County Public Library, and we have another episode of Upcycled Origami with Kat, and this time for February we are going to do a couple of different heart-shaped designs. One is a really fun heart bookmark, and what's really cool is that this bookmark, you can actually hook that top heart layer right over the page like that. And then this is a variation on the dollar bill origami, but you notice now this one has a lot of really cool designs in the front. This would make a great gift just as it is, or you could use it on a Valentine's Day card, or to decorate a Valentine's present, or any time you want to have a present with a little heart on it. We'll start with the bookmark. Now for this, you want to use a rectangular piece of paper, and I have taken some notebook paper, or actually copy paper, and got my handy dandy ruler. So you take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you're going to cut it to about 3.5 inches wide. And from a piece of notebook paper, you can get 3 of these. I would suggest that when you're using copy paper that you try to get the lighter weight paper. The really nice bond paper, it's a heavier weight, tends to be a little bit harder to fold when you get to these last folds at the very end. But if you want to do that, or that's all the paper you have, use something like a plastic pen. That will help you make those folds. So, to get started, you just take your paper like this, and you're going to fold the top edge over to one of the side edges, so that you are folding a triangle shape like that. Make a good sharp crease. Then you're going to open it up, and you're going to fold it down from the other point and make another sharp crease. So when you open up, you'll see that there is an X shape here. Now, turn it over so that the creases are pointing up, and you're going to fold this top edge down, and you're going to use that center of the X as the top edge, and you're just going to fold it down, make another sharp crease, open it up, turn it back over, and it will almost magically fold in to form this triangle shape, just like that. And I always just kind of make sure that all those creases are nice and sharp. Now you're going to fold this top point down to the bottom edge of your triangle, and just make it straight like this. So you can see that if you have a thicker paper already, you're going to start having some problems with these folds. Make a good sharp crease. Now you're going to open this up. But now you're going to take this bottom edge of the paper, and you're going to lift it up to the point, and you're going to fold these bottom edges to meet at the center where you see that the two triangle parts are separated. You're going to have these points meet right along those, so that you're forming a little bit of a house shape there. Okay? again, make good sharp creases, just like that. Now, take one edge of the little house shape and fold it over like this, and then you're going to fold this whole edge in, and you're going to have this point here meet right at the center over here. And you just make sure that your bottom edge is meeting. And then make another sharp crease like this. And then fold this part back. Now you're going to fold this one over, and you're going to do the same thing on this side. So you're just making sure that that little corner here is going to meet right here at the center, and that the bottom edges here are right even with each other. And then fold this part back over here, just like that. Okay? Now this is where it's going to get a little bit trickier. You're going to open this up again, fold this over, and you're going to lift this up, fold this back in, and you're going to, as you fold this part over, you want this part to crease in at that angle, like this. And then fold that down, fold it back. And again, this side. And sometimes you have to fiddle with that a little bit to make sure that it's going to go in the way that you want it to go in. So that you have that point like so, and then fold it back over. Now, you're going to take this point, this whole thing, and just fold it back to the back like this. And now you're going to work over here to fold these 4 corners, just like the dollar bill heart that I did last year with you guys. You're going to fold these inner corners in a little bit. Just at an angle, like so. And then you're going to fold the outer corners down. You don't want to have a point at the top, just a little bit of a flat space at the top, so it'll be kind of an angular heart, just like that. Okay. And again, just kind of fiddle with your folds, kind of crease them down. Now, turning it back to this side, we're going to fold these 2 long edges into the center again. And make your nice crease. And if you have any problems with the creases, that's when the pen comes in handy, especially where you've got several layers of paper that you're trying to press down. The pen really helps make that crease sharp. So both sides. Now, you could just leave it like this, but if you want to make that little point like I have at the bottom of mine, what you're going to do is you're going to fold the bottom corners, fold the edge right up so it meets right there at the center on both sides, and you're making that point And then to make that sharper point, you're going to fold in again so that this diagonal edge is going to meet along that center of the design. And this is where the pen really comes in handy. Do it on both sides to make the point. And there, you have a heart-shaped bookmark. So that's one design that we can do for Valentine's. And you can do it in all different colors. You could do it in the pinks and the reds, but you can do purple, yellow, green, whatever color you have or you want to do. Now, for these hearts, you can, again, do, the dollar bill shape, but what I did for mine, I just experimented with some different sizes. Handy dandy ruler again. So this started out as an 8.5 sheet of paper. So the long edge is 8.5 inches. And this one is about 3 3/8 inches wide. So it's a little bit less than 3.5. And it's important because you need that little bit of space between the two edges to make your heart and be able to have the top of the heart work, okay? So for this one, you take your paper and you're going to do pretty much the same thing of the folding the X shape on each end, just like we did with the heart bookmark. Except this time we're doing it on both ends of the paper. So you fold that one, and then you're going to do here, like so. Now on each of these, again, you turn it over so that your creases are pointing up. We call those mountain folds in origami terms. And you're going to fold the edge over right at that center of the X on each one. Like so. And when you turn it back over, you're doing the same thing, folding in. So you end up pressing down those creases. So you have this. And then you are going to, I know we're going to fold it in half, and I have to remind myself because I've made so many different origami designs, I can't always remember everything. So having the instructions always helps. I got this design from Spruce Crafts. So you're going to fold it in half with these inside, like so. And you'll see that we have this little bit here. You're going to fold these corners in right along that. I just made I just used my fingernail, ran it along there so that you can kind of see that line. and you're just going to fold each corner in along that line. So you have that. Now you're going to open this top layer. You're going to fold this back right over this, like so. And you're going to have this. And you have your open points on both sides. So you have 4 of those. Now, each of these you're going to fold like you've might have done with the samurai helmet. You're going to fold each corner up to the point. Like this. You're going to want to really crease those. So you can see that design right there. We have these. Okay. Now each one of these we're going to open up and squash down to make a little bitty square. Like that. We're going to do all 4 of them. Go. One more. This one does involve a lot of these small little folds. So now you have these 4 little squares. Now for each one of these, you're going to fold the open edges up along the center crease, and this is just like we do with the tsuru fold, which was, I think, my first Upcycled Origami program. So we have to do all these. There's a lot of repetition on this one. So we're going to be folding all of those. Okay. Halfway there. Okay. One last one. So now your design is going to look like this. And for each of these, you might need a pencil or something to help you kind of go in, or if you have longer fingernails, that's why I keep longer thumbnails. Helps me go in, and you're going to squash down that little top so that you have the little triangle up here like this. And you have to do all 8. Yes, now there are 8, not just 4. If you happen to have paper that has 2 different colors on each side of the paper, there are some origami papers like that, but you would need kind of bigger ones unless you're really, really dexterous with your fingers and can work with very, very tiny designs. You can do this. You can also do this with a dollar bill, which is again a little bit small. You see how it's starting to take shape? You can do this, and if you have like the different colors inside here, it has a nice, really cool contrast. Okay, there we go. And always you're just making sure that you're creasing down, making those creases nice and sharp so that the design will stay. So when you're done folding all 8, it looks like this. Now to make it look like a heart, you're going to turn it so that you've got that little crease running vertically, and you're just going to fold this top edge down like this. You're going to fold it down, and you're going to fold this point all the way down to the bottom point, okay? And to make it look more like a heart, you're going to take each of these side points and you're just going to fold them in. With this paper, I'm folding it in a little bit less than ½ an inch. Somewhere around 3/8 or 1/3 of an inch, something like that. Okay? And again, if you got the thicker paper, with this final fold, you might want to use the pen to kind of reinforce that crease. But there you go. And that's a really cool origami heart. So that's what we're going to do for Valentine's Day in my department. And I hope you will have some fun doing this too.